friends, what is going on? This is another pick a card reading from me, the Mayflower. It's so nice to see you. Welcome back. Really grateful for anyone who's returning, anyone who's new. Thank you so much for being here. I honor you and I love you. We are looking at today the messages and synchronicities that are happening to you. What do they mean? I literally asked Spirit, I was like, what do we do today? And synchronicities came out pretty clear. Some reframing going on, some death, some shedding. So that's the theme will be today. Is what messages are you receiving? And yeah, what do the synchronicities mean? So if you want a personal reading with me, you can always book. Other ways to support the channel, just connect with me or down below, and let's get into your piles. So this was just like, I'm always about breaking structures, but like pile number 1 and 2, y'all just had 2 cards. They just really wanted to come out. So this is pile number 1's cards. They are rain and winter. Pile number 2's cards are Earthed and the Cosmic Heart. And pile number 3 is Heart Libations, I believe is how you pronounce it. So yeah, take your time, pause the video, take some deep breaths, and I will see you at your pile. Sending you so much love, everyone, and see you soon. Mwah! Hey everyone, this is for everyone, pile number 1's who chose rain and winter. So getting right into it, I'm really feeling for you, my pile number 1's. I'm tapping into your energy a bit, and I feel like you are kind of going through a winter kind of time in your life right now. I feel like, oh, any synchronicities here. So this has the number 35 and the number 8. So those are anything, mean anything to you. Also, if there's anything in here in this reading that you've been seeing in your daily life, or any words that I'm saying that you hear, just keep an eye out for those, any synchronicities like in this reading. Those are just for extra confirmation. You don't really need it in order to receive the message. I feel like you are going through a time right now where you might be going through a breakup for some of you with this 2 of Cups in reverse. Might be going through a breakup. You're just kind of going through a low point right now. I feel like you're kind of in reset mode. I feel like you're like, I'm hearing stagnant, but I don't think you're stagnant in terms of like your overall life, your overall growth. I just feel like, again, this is like a period of winter. It's time for you to rest. It's time for you to recuperate, to collect yourself. I feel like you might be going out in nature a lot with these 2 cards. I feel like you may be like looking up at the stars, the moon, or going to like ocean places and kind of just contemplating on your life, like how you got here and where you want to move forward, you know, if you're on the right path and things like that. I feel like what you're looking for is a rain. I feel like what you're looking for is kind of a transformation. There's kind of this sense here that you feel like something happened that didn't work out, or there's just not like a clear path forward at the moment. I'm feeling like, or there might be for some of you, but it feels like, it almost just feels like, how did I get here? You know, like, what do I do with this? What do I do now that I've gone through my life and I'm kind of in this place of like, what is happening? And I think what you want to manifest into your reality right now is kind of shedding of that and into your next cycle. My cat's here. Let's say hello. Say hello. She hates this so much. Say hello. I love her. I feel like there's this sense that if you tap into your intuition and kind of listen to the synchronicities and like kind of do what the universe tells you, that you'll go into this reign, this rebirth, this more feeling free. I feel like there's a lot of heaviness right now in my chest. So I feel like whatever is happening right now, I think you're just feeling really heavy. I think you're trying to release some of this heaviness that is within you. Some of these, you're trying to go from like an old paradigm to a new paradigm right now. And I feel like it's been slow progress with this Knight of Pentacles here. I feel like it's been, I almost am hearing like one step takes like 10 baby steps. So it's like you're here and then you want to be here, but you have to go, then you go back a little, and then you go two, then you go back, and then that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I don't feel like there's a lot of drive now to move forward. For some of you, I am actually getting there's such a clear path for you in terms of your career or in terms of like your overall lifespan. It's just kind of like emotionally right now, I think you're a little lost. I think you're like, yeah, I'm liking what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm like going in an okay path, and like something's wrong. Like something happened, you know, with like relationships or what is this, Spirit? What is, tell me more about this energy. For some of you, I'm feeling like you want to move forward. It was almost like this lack of confidence. Like, so what we have right now is the Page of Swords and the King of Pentacles. And what I'm getting is that this is where you're at, and this is kind of where you want to be. Like, this Page of Swords is like, yeah, I'm gonna like go forward and like put myself out there and like do my life. And at the same time, you're, again, I mean, look, this is like the Emperor here now too. I feel like in some sort of way you're trying to assert your masculine energy. I feel like what's really coming out though is kind of like almost this like timid, hello, refocus. What's kind of coming out though is this like timid self here. What is everyone going through right now? What is this energy? It just really feels like you might be experiencing some depression. I feel like something happened to you, pal number one. Like some sort of like injustice happened. I feel like you kind of just got justice for it. Like maybe you went through a divorce or like the end of a really hard relationship, and it's almost like you feel like everything kind of worked out the way it was supposed to. Like I feel like you have been trying to live your life in a very spiritually led way, and I feel like it's gotten you to a great place. However, there's still this sense of like, am I really doing this correctly? Like, why did this happen to me? You know, I don't really feel very fiery and like in my masculine energy to move forward. I'm really feeling here the sense of lack with the Four of Swords in reverse. I'm also getting here that you may have fallen for some illusions in the nearest past. There's still this sense of hope here with the Well. I feel like there still is this sense of like, that you can move forward, that you are going to be okay. I think it's just like how you get there. I think you have a knowing, pal number one, that like you're gonna be fine. I'm not really getting anything like, there might be a party that's like, am I though? I don't think you want to keep repeating these same patterns. I don't think you want to keep, like, there's something here that drains you, something here that, and they're not telling me exactly what it is. But that there is something. There's something. Isn't that like, wow, I'm such a good tarot reader. There's sometimes it just comes out generally. With the Well in reverse here now, it's like we got it in the upright, it's in reverse. So there is just something here, I feel like, that makes you feel unfulfilled. That I'm almost getting like, it's almost like a, that's my roommate's cat, if you hear that. My roommate's not here, so she's screaming. Yeah, so maybe some sort of conflict that keeps happening, and you're like, how do I move forward? Again, there's like this sense of like lack of growth here. The sense of like, can I move through this? Can I grow through it? You know? And I think like you know that you will. You're just like, how do I get there? What do I do? I want to do it now. And being called to tell you, pal number ones, that our ego wants things to happen like right now, and that's like, you know, that's not really how life works. Nothing is like, at least in the United States, we live in this culture that's very like fast and instantaneous. You know, it should be done yesterday. Like I should have gotten this yesterday, even though I didn't even order it yesterday. Like, and I'm really being called to tell you, especially with healing and moving through this, that's, you know, our ego wants it to happen fast, and that's not always the case. What are the synchronicities telling pile number 1? There's this sense that you need to slow down, pile number 1s. Yeah, there's a sense that you need to slow down. I am seeing here from this soft cosmics, oh my god, I love this deck. All my decks are always linked down below. Is this transformation here? I do feel like there is like some sort of transformation going on up here, some sort of upgrade. I feel like you don't want to go through the journey with the journey in reverse. I feel like, again, you just kind of want it now. You're just like, can Spirit just like give me the download and can I just go through it? Like, there's almost this sense that you feel like it might be better than this. Like you're like, oh, I've come so far and I've learned so much. Like, why am I so hung up on like what I'm hung up on right now? With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Page of Wands in reverse, I think you want to like move. I think you want movement in your life, and that's not really the period you're at right now. You're in your winter phase, pile number 1s. You know, so Spirit, the first kind of like synchronicity I feel like you're seeing is slowing down, and you might have like, I'm really seeing roadblocks. So there literally might be like traffic. It might be like you're trying to start a project and then it literally just doesn't get off the ground. Spirit's literally blocking your progress right now because it's trying to help you go within. It's trying to help you move through this winter process. What I'm getting here with this Ace of Pentacles too is that this actually is the upgrade pile number 1s. You might be like going into a phase where once you slow down, you're gonna like speed up again, like in the future, but in a different way. I feel like it's not going to be, I feel like it's gonna be more in flow with Spirit, more in flow with the divine plan. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening on my face today? I feel like my blush is just like everywhere. Yeah, you might have just gotten like roadblocks, and I think that's why you might be questioning like, am I on the right path? Because you might have been noticing that Spirit has been blocking things. I'm seeing butterflies, so you might be seeing butterflies or just like a lot of rain on my parade. Yeah, again, it's kind of like Spirit's just trying to slow you down and like hinder your 3D process, your work. I'm hearing your love life too. There might be someone that you're, yeah, the Fool in reverse. So things are not like kind of picking up on the ground right now. Things are not like picking up and moving at a pace that maybe you normally move at. And I think that's why you're here at this reading pile number 1s, is because you're like, why is this happening? That's almost what I'm feeling like the synchronicity is. For others of you, I think you are seeing angel numbers. I'm seeing like 333. I'm seeing 000, which is interesting. And I think you're seeing, again, 000 and not 111, because right now they're being like, stop. 999 and 888 as well. 6262 is coming through. I have no idea what that one means, but that's what they're telling me. 7272. You can feel free to look them up if you feel like you need to. Oh my god. And see, literally, I'm like trying to shuffle these cards. This is like the second time they all fell on the floor. And again here, there's this sense that like right now, if you slow down, it's going to again pick up and let you kind of like refocus here and help. Yeah, the Magician in reverse. You're not supposed to be creating right now, pile number 1s. You're not supposed to be in your chariot energy moving forward. Right now, you're supposed to be kind of taking a step back. And this is because, pile number 1, if you don't go through this phase, your winter phase, like, that is not, like, what's going on in your body isn't going to be able to process and let go. And it's going to be stuck there. And it's going to fester. It's going to, that weight isn't going to go away. That weight is going to stay there. So you're being called, pile number 1s, to stay in your winter phase for as long as you need to. If that's 3 days, it's 3 days. If it's 3 weeks, it's 3 weeks. If it's 3 years, it's 3 years. Like, you know, it's kind of like letting your body and your mind, I'm really hearing your mind might be going like really fast right now. You might feel really confused. Some of you are feeling dizzy. again, Spirit is trying to give you these signs to slow down. You might even be feeling like, am I like coming down with something? Like, you know, am I physically impaired? And this isn't a substitute for any of that. If you really feel like that, then please, oh my god. Has this been on my nose the entire time? Oh my god. What is up with my makeup today? You know, please go get checked out. But like, their Spirit is saying it's trying to give you the signs to slow down right now in multiple different ways. I think this is hard for you, pile number ones. I think you feel like when you slow down that you're not able to kind of continue. Yeah, I think you are just feeling really confused right now. This is the Eight of Swords coming out here. I don't think you know how to move forward, and I think it's because you're trying to move forward, and Spirit is like, stop. Right now you're supposed to be just like watching Netflix all day, or just like meditating, or just like doing yoga at the lake, like all day. Like, I think you want to keep going, and Spirit is saying like, stop. Like, the finances, the family, they're all gonna be fine. It's like, you need this time for you right now to do some deep healing, do some deep inner reflection. I'm getting journaling would be good for some of you too, kind of to put all the pieces together of how you got where you are right now, and kind of like thinking about where you want to go, but not like, how do I get there right now? Like, what's the first step? It's like, kind of think about it more like far in the future. I think you're a planner, pile number ones. I think you really want to like plan, again, the baby steps. Like, let's keep going. Let's, you know, healing's not linear, and neither is our spiritual journey. Sometimes feel like we're on the right path, and then we don't feel like we're on the right path at all, and then we kind of get back into the flow and we go, and that's just literally life. I think you're trying to force yourself to go back in the flow, which is kind of like exactly the opposite of what it means to go in the flow. Right now, the flow is you in your winter phase. Spirit's trying to help you see this from a different perspective, and seeing how when you give your body the time and the rest that it needs, it will actually help you feel more fulfilled. I feel like right now, again, with the Ten of Wands in reverse, as well as the Page of Cups, I think you're thinking that right now, that you need to be moving forward, and that's where you get your fulfillment. That's where you get your like spiritual journey. It's like, come on, let's move forward, let's go. And Spirit's trying to show you that when you slow down and you allow yourself the time to do what you need to do, to let your body process, that, you know, you're gonna come back stronger. That's really what I'm getting here, is that when you slow down, then you're gonna be able to be more in flow and in touch with Spirit afterwards, like when this cycle's kind of over, and you're gonna be able to kind of move forward again with whatever you want to do in the 3D. While also staying a little bit more in touch with Spirit and like your peace. I'm just feeling again like this go 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 energy, pile number ones, and Spirit is really, they just keep telling me to tell you. It's like, calm down, take some deep breaths. Okay, my camera's gonna die, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I'm getting a few more messages from Tarot, and then we're gonna move into the Oracle deck for your final messages and advice here. But Spirit's telling me there's one more message here coming from Tarot that we really need to look at. There's something here, pile number ones, about deceit. Someone's being deceitful. So there's like an offer or something coming through for you right now, and I think it feels to you almost like a devilish energy. Like, this kind of has to do with what we were talking about before, with like you broke up with someone and you felt like everything happened this way it was supposed to. You feel like someone received some sort of karmic justice, or you felt like you got what you deserved in some sort of situation. And I think there's like an invitation to go back to this, so there's some sort of invitation to kind of re-engage, and Spirit is saying no, 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 no. This is like exactly the opposite. I feel like you've been getting signs and synchronicities about this, pile number ones, with the High Priestess here. I think you've been getting the signs that you should not go forward. This might even be what we were talking about. Yeah, again, the Magician in reverse, like, stop, just stop. Like, it's the same exact message. It's like, halt, stop, winter, solitude. Like, there's something here with the Seven of Cups here about deceit. There's something here about like someone having a mask, and I feel like you're taking off the mask for yourself and for others. And with this skull here, I'm being really told that there needs to be some sort of death here. you know, this kind of steals your peace and your happiness, you know, your emotional energy. With the Three of Pentacles, there's something here about this being binding. There's something here about family and connection and community. And a part of you really wants to hold on to this, pile number ones. I think you're getting the sign synchronicities that you need to not do that, though. Yeah, your intuition is just telling you not to move forward with a specific offer that's coming through. It might not even come through yet for some of you. It might be on the way. It might even be for some of you, like, even putting your thought form and energy into it. Like, say you have an ex and you're still really thinking about them a lot, and you're like, can we get back together? Can we get back together? Can we get back together? And Spirit's trying to invite you to pull that energy back and stop feeding energy into it. This kind of feels more 5D for some of you. It feels more like you're putting energy out into places that it doesn't need to be anymore. And Spirit's really just telling you, I think you know, pile number ones, that whatever this is needs to end, and you're not listening to that. You just want to move forward again. Queen of Cups in reverse. It just steals your peace. It just steals your... I'm hearing like thief of joy. Yeah. So let's move on to the soft cosmic concepts, and then that'll close out your reading. I also got the message that for some of you, that you're gonna want to seek out some more information and support after this reading. You can feel free to book a personal reading with me or with another reader that you trust. I'm feeling like for some of you it's not going to be me, and that's totally fine. I want you to like get the information that you feel like you need, and if this whole reading was me getting you to the information that you need somewhere else, then that's all I can really ask for. So just keep that in mind. I feel like some of you are going to want to know more, and there are more messages for you somewhere, whether or not it's one of my tarot readings on YouTube, a personal reading with me somewhere else. I feel like it's not going to be for all of you. For some of you, Spirit just has more to say than what this reading is going to give you. So let's see here. What is pile number one's advice? Also, if there's any synchronicities in these cards, look out for them. Anything that you've been seeing. What is the advice for pile number one, Spirit? So this is connection. And it actually came out in reverse. So if you actually see here, look, oh my gosh, pile number ones. So if we look at this card again, it literally says karmic. And then connections and soul family. There's this sense here that there's someone in your community and in your like energy that's like trying to re-engage with you, trying to get back at you. And there's a sense you're like, oh my gosh, it's my twin flame, my soulmate. This is a karmic pattern, pile number ones. And I think that is going to be what you want more information on. Because that's not what this reading is about, per se. This reading is about, you know, kind of like, what's the word? This reading is like confirming what your intuition's already telling you about where your energy should be and what synchronicities you're seeing, what messages. But with connection in reverse here, I'm really getting called that you need to pull your energy back from this, that this is a no-go. This is do not connect with this. So the reading that it says here is cosmic connections are the souls that help us develop and can change the course of our path. Do you feel like you're developing with this person anymore, or this community? Do you feel like it's stifling you, or do you feel like it's bringing you that spiritual growth that you're looking for? That's kind of what Spirit's kind of asking right now. So what is the advice for pile number ones? Bridge in reverse. Oh my gosh, pile number ones again. Do not build those bridges with these people. There's gonna be some sort of like compromise, I think, that's gonna want to come out. So the numbers that we have here too are 24 and 26. 24 is bridge and 26 is connection. I am getting like the message on this card, show gratitude to the past as you transition from one phase of life into the next, is something. This card almost has like a double meaning, pile number ones. It's a little interesting. So let's start with the reverse as it came out. So the reverse is don't build the bridges with people who, you know, don't deserve it. You know, keep your energy to yourself or when you need to. You know, again, it's like that connection in reverse, right? Like don't like put your energy in places into things that no longer deserve it, that no longer serve you. With bridge though, what I am getting is like almost that there is going to be like a happy outcome to all of this. And, you know, kind of instead of building that bridge backwards, build it forwards into the next part of your life. Like, you know, there is going to be this rainbow at the end, and I'm feeling like you're going to get to that pot of gold, as they say. You know, pile number ones, it's just building a bridge elsewhere for a bridge that serves you. You know, building that bridge in a different direction. That's what I'm getting. What's the advice for pile number one? I'm getting 2 more, and then that'll be your reading. These 2. Also, oh my gosh, there's like 3 here. Huh. I'm also hearing like, are these places, people, whatever it is, grounding for you? That's how you'll know too if you're on the right path. Yes, oh my gosh. Yo! This is perfect. This is literally the whole reading. Pile number ones! So the numbers we have here are 2, 18, and 38. So here's what's gonna happen. Here's the story. This is like how it's gonna happen, okay? Once you go through this little ego death that you're going through, this, you know, this small thing, once you go through this and kind of learn the lessons you need to learn, slow down, you know, go in a different direction, a place that serves your highest and greatest good, you're then going to be in this period of autumn. So after, usually after winter becomes spring, right? Your winter's turning into autumn. And I'm really feeling like that coldness of autumn is still going to be there. I feel like you're still going to have a little bit of this, like, in your energy field, maybe thinking about it a little bit. But what's coming through here is it's going to be a period of harvest and a period of abundance. And when, you know, you kind of start going in a different direction, when you slow down and really give yourself the time that you need, you're going to receive more. You're going to get all that energy back and even more, because again, you're going to be in the flow of the universe. So that's like the whole entire like reading pile number ones. You're gonna go through this ego death. You're gonna challenge that ego that wants to go, go, go. You're gonna slow down, breathe, take the time that you need. And when that period of winter is over, you're gonna go into a harvest season. You're going to be able to receive a lot more because you're clearing out those blockages to love and being open to more receiving, right? Once that weight is lifted out of you, you'll be able to receive more. Wow, that's what I have for you, pile number one. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful that we got to share this time together. Please give me a like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And I really appreciate that you know, spent time with me today out of all the other videos on YouTube. So thank you. I post readings pretty much every week. Personal bookings are always open though, so feel free to send me an email if you want something sooner or something more specific for you. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, pile number ones, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Hey pal number 2, new day. Yeah, this is my filming. I'm almost filming for another video too that included and needed this look, so I don't know if it's gonna be up yet by the time this video is up, but go check it out, everyone, check it out. This is all very intentional. So, group number 2. What are we looking at today? If you skip the intro, no tea, no shade. I do too. We are looking at synchronicities. We are looking at, you know, if you're getting science in the universe, you're not really sure what the universe is telling you. You know, I asked source what reading they wanted me to do today, and they were very clear about synchronicities. So that's what we're doing today. This is for everyone who chose these 2 cards. Earth and the Cosmic Heart. Very interesting. So what I'm getting right away, my pile number 2s, is that I think you're trying to ground. So I'm being called to kind of look into where you're at in your life right now. It was not for pile 1, but I am for you. I think you're trying to ground yourself right now. I think that you're going through something at the moment that leaves you a bit, it's not even unbalanced per se. I think it does leave you a little unbalanced, but I think it's like triggering, for lack of a better word. I think you're going through something right now that might be a little triggering for you. And I think you're just trying to ground yourself and ground the learning that you're going through. I think you're trying to ground like the higher perspective into this. Don't be really communing with your spirit guides right now. Are they just really trying to commune with you? I'm almost getting with this Earth card that you're like, you were in the heavens and then something from the heavens like came down from you, and now you're just trying to ground back into the earth. I think whatever this is, it kind of like gets you caught in the matrix, caught in the story, caught in your ego. Like, am I good enough? Am I gonna be good enough? You know, I hate myself. And I think what you're trying to do is put a more spiritual perspective in whatever's happening to you right now. With the cosmic heart, yeah, make your life a moving prayer. I think that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to ground spiritual experiences into your world. And I think you're really determined to do this. There's devotion here. This might have to do with your heart. There's a lot of heart activation in these cards. I'm just really getting like you're working with spirits. You might be really trying to connect with your spirit guides. What's Pile doing right now? Where are they kind of at? The Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I think you're trying to let go of things that no longer serve you. I think you're trying to let go of suffering in general. I think that your brain specifically kind of gets caught up in things, pile number 2. It seems like, yeah, Two of Wands. Like, say if there's like some drama, okay, this is like an example, so it might not be like, this might not resonate with you specifically, but like, say there's like drama at work, and like you get so caught up in what's going on, the drama at work, then you kind of like feel on ground and forget about the spiritual teachings and experiences. I think that's what you're trying to like learn through, is still like grounding that. I feel like you like specifically got some information from your spirit guides or something, or like I'm feeling like mind blown emoji. Oh my god, I want to put that emoji in here. That's almost like what I'm feeling. I think you got like some sort of spiritual download. Yes, the Tower. Oh my god, something happened. Pile number 2, something happened. What happened? I just want to know the tea. What happened? Ooh, it might have been the end of a relationship. I feel like the dynamic that I'm picking up on pile number 2 is like, oh my god, and the Three of Swords reversed, pile number 2. Oh my god, this is definitely some sort of heartbreak. I feel like you've kind of been in dynamics, pile number 2, where like, you feel like you're not good enough, or people make you feel like you're not good enough. King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you've been around people who have been very critical of themselves and of you specifically, almost like commanding you, like I have power over you type deal. And I think something happened where you were realizing like you were around emperors and masculines who are very distorted and very much in their ego. If it's not masculine, it's just people in their ego. And I think you kind of realize that like these people are not on the same path as you. I think you kind of realize that this kind of gets caught you up in your karmic cycles. Yeah. Yeah. Basically. I think this might have to do with your childhood, and then you kind of just like live off the relationships that your parents that you got taught. Six of Cups in reverse. Tell me why the Six of Cups in reverse just fell out, Spirit. Why? Why though? Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like whatever this is, it makes you feel as if you like can't be happy. It makes you feel as if you are just less than, like belittled, talked down to. It doesn't make you feel like you have a spark for life or that you can be anything more than that. It's not encouraging, pile number 2s. Yeah, so this is interesting. So the Ten of Swords in reverse is what I pulled out, and then it like dropped to the ground upright. So I think that like what you're trying to do is let go of that 100%. I think that what you're trying to do is let go of these connections that no longer serve you, let go of shadow contracts where you have to give your power away to other people. Okay. Is there anything else, Spirit, we need to do before synchronicities? Okay, at least one more thing we need to look at. Three of Wands. Oh. Okay. What's this other thing? Oh my god, all your cards are falling out. Okay, we're gonna take this, and then this. Okay. Oh my gosh, and now some of your cards are like, like what is happening right now, pile number 2? This is very interesting how I'm getting these cards. I don't usually get my cards like this. And then this is actually the bottom of the deck. Okay, 3 of Cups. So, pile number 2, it seems like kind of what's happening right now is with these light bulbs, what I'm kind of getting is that you may have had an idea, or you may have thought you got like a go-ahead from spirit about something, and you're kind of like unsure if you should go towards this. With the Chariot in reverse, what I'm getting is that like you want to go ahead and do something that kind of lights you up, and you're like, but wait, is it? Or am I like repeating my karmic cycles? Like, is this in my highest and greatest good? I'm just trying to get these other cards out here. I think whatever this is, it kind of feels social to me. It kind of feels connected. Like there might be another romantic connection in your life, even if you haven't left. Maybe not even romantic, just like a playful connection. There's something that invites in like happiness, like an activity. I mean, I guess like an activity. I think that you see that it could be like a road to fulfillment somehow, or like a road out of like where you are right now, pile number 2s. And I think you want to like run towards it. Like with all of your heart, and you're like really not sure if this is like a stable beginning. You're really not sure if this is like something that you should really be doing with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, ooh, am I being told to like sit up and shut up and stop? Am I supposed to be tamed right now? Am I supposed to go? There's something here about having the strength to do this. I don't know if you feel like you have the strength to do whatever you want to do and also kind of like move out of your old paradigm, your old shadow contracts. Yeah, with this 3 of Cups too, kind of what I'm getting is that if you went towards this, you would have to like kind of fill both lives for a little bit. Maybe as you like make your stable new beginning, you also kind of have to like, you know, move out of your house, or like there's some sort of like, maybe you're married to this person, whatever it is. Okay, I want to get into the synchronicities. I am just feeling this type of way today. I'm like, okay, we're done. I do what Spirit tells me to do though. So if Spirit's like, no, you have to keep doing tarot, then I would do tarot, but I don't, so. Okay. We're gonna go to the Starseed Oracle. So, what do the synchronicities mean? For pile number 2, what are they seeing? I'm seeing birds. There might be lights. Like, I think there's like, I'm getting a scenario where one of you may have like been out and you were like thinking like, Spirit, give me a sign, and you really like saw light like flash. So you might be having dreams about Spirit and lights. Alright, they're telling me the signs don't matter. What do they mean? Okay. I remember. There's so much like uncertainty here, pile number 2s. You're like, am I in this or am I out of this? Like for example, this card, again, it fell like bottom and then like flipped out on top. Like, I don't think you're decided one way or another about what you really want to do. Ooh, I remember. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. And that's all about the choice between, am I going to live out my highest self, or am I going to live out, you know, a lower vibrational ego self? And there's no good, bad, right, or wrong with that. It's just like, what are you gonna choose, pile number 2? Are you gonna choose what like fires you up and fills you up? Are you gonna choose yourself? What are the signs of synchron? I feel like pile number 2, I think you already know the answer if this is synchronicities or not, and what the signs are telling you. That's just like what I'm getting. I just don't feel like you're trusting it. You're not trusting your intuition right now. Trust the timing, or whoa, I almost just dropped all the cards. Trust the wave was in reverse. And it's trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So I think a message here is that time, no matter what, is not running out, pile number 2s. This feels like, you know, if this feels like it's like baked into a certain time frame, like, I I don't think it actually is. I think this invitation for you to experience what you want to experience is always going to be there. Even if you have to leave, like, right now, like, you don't choose in this very moment, like, something you want to do. I don't think that means that, like, I don't know, you're not going to live a happy, fulfilling life or something. I think there's, like, some sort of idea that that might be the case. With loosen your grip here, I think you're meant to surrender this. I think you're meant to surrender to your intuition, surrender to yourself and the divine plan. You know, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. What is God telling you to do? You know, so often I feel like, again, trust the timing. So there might be like, this really might be something where you have to be strategic, pile number 2s for some of you. Like you might have to like only do this at certain times, or like something has to like line up very concretely for you to be able to do something. And Spirit is saying like that opportunity is going to open up for you and to trust it when it happens. Yeah, I feel like you're being called to take a leap of faith, pile number 2s. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, and it's not yours to carry. I think you're like carrying other people's or carrying your Spirit's like, what the hell? Spirit is like, you don't need to carry all this stuff. Like all you have to do is your own stuff. And I honestly, pile number 2, what I'm picking up intuitively is that you're fine. Like I don't feel like you are in like really deep in karmic or like heaviness. I feel like it's like you're taking on a lot of other people's heaviness, a lot of other people's karma, and you're kind of taking it on your own. And that might be like literally what's happening in terms of like, sorry, see, and your cards are like, pile number 2, I have never had this happen where the cards are like flipped on the bottom or like on both sides. I feel like you're almost like, it's like Spirit's telling you what to do and you're almost like covering it up. Like you're like, no, like I'm not gonna do that. Like that's I think you're like telling yourself it's ego when your ego is telling you it's ego. Like I think you're might be a bit scared and hesitant to go to this new reality. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. This is exactly what I was picking up from the 3 of Cups. There might be some sort of community you want to go into, some sort of activity. For some of you, it might be like belly dancing or like a burlesque class, something like that. And you're longing for it. Literally, look. With this card right here. Oh my god, it's trying to pick up my face. With this, you're like literally longing for it. Like you're like, I want to do it, I want to go. And then you're like, well, should I though? Like, is that okay? There might be some limiting beliefs around it maybe. Spirit is saying you know the answer. They're literally telling me not to tell you because you already know what you're supposed to be doing. Yes, this, okay, I can say this to you. The signs that you are seeing are real. And the signs that are pointing you in the direction that you need to go in is the direction that you need to go in. And like I'm really being called to like tell you to look around in your room and say like, if it's a yes, let me see that. If it's a no, let me see that in my reality. And Spirit will show you pretty much exactly what it is. Maybe not in the way that you think. Like it might be like you ask for a certain type of bird and then the bird comes up like on a screen and not like in real life. Spirit wants to give you the signs to show you exactly where you need to go, but I think you already know where you need to go, honey. That's all I'm saying here. Fall into my arm. What was I saying? Surrender. Surrender. Holding the opposites. Honey. Extremes of life. Again, with this like balance too. It feels like you would have to balance things if you were to go in this direction. It feels like you would have to balance something. You're just being really called to surrender to it, pile number 2s. You're being called to just go with it, go with the flow with it, fall into the arms of Spirit and let them guide you. You know, the signs that you're seeing are real and the synchronicities you're seeing are just, they're really real. It's happening. Pile number 2, it's interesting. I'm being called to end your reading here. This feels like a very weird ending for me, personally, as a reader. I feel like I really like to end my readings with some sort of guidance, some sort of advice. The advice, though, you know what to do. What lights your heart up? What I'm feeling like something in my tummy, too. It's like, what lights you up? What makes your stomach drop? Like, oh my god, yes, like, that's what I want to do. I can't even tell you exactly what you're supposed to do with that feeling because you already know what you're supposed to do with that. Do it, pal number 2. Go for it. Anyway, that's all I have for you. If you want a personal reading, feel free to email me in the description box below. That's where my email is. Like my video, subscribe for more readings. I am so grateful you spent your time here with me out of all the videos on YouTube, so thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sending you so much love. I'm sending you so much deep belly breaths and a good hearty laugh today. Is that like a good word for that? Hearty laugh? I don't know. But I'm wishing you so much goodness and wellness, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, pal number 2. Mwah! Hello, new outfits because I'm making a video. It might be up on my channel already, so if you want to see it, you know, this was very intentional. So, but anyway, let's get into your reading pile number 3. So this is for everyone who chose this card. And pile number 3, I have a very interesting story to tell you. So this is a new day, right? And I literally lost your card. I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere and I was like, all right, I guess we're just gonna go into the guidebook and then read from the guidebook maybe, or like show you the card from the guidebook. And as soon as I did that, I found it. So we're supposed to read from the guidebook. I never do that. I usually read like very intuitively. But for you, for some reason, we need to read the book. So we're gonna read it. So this is from the Ocean Dreams Oracle. This is like literally one of my favorite oracles. So, all right. And I actually don't know what this means. So like this is gonna be a journey for both of us. So this is Heart Libations. And this says celebrating you, inner blessings, grounding devotion, and gratitude. I don't know what I'm talking about. I am anchoring into my heart. I celebrate myself each and every day. A libation is commonly known as a ritual pouring of a liquid that is used in ceremony. It can also be shared at any time to honor someone you love or use in reference to your spirit. This card comes as a sweet and tender offering and a gentle reminder to appreciate yourself each and every single day. The sacred waters of abundance and joy are now blessed at the altar of your heart. The libation is an act of love for all that you have worked for and all that you do. It sees you as an expression of the divine and is here to remind you of your sacred birthright as a child of the universe. Allow yourself to revel in the beauty of your uniqueness and the chapters of your life story. If you are eager to reach a new milestone, first take a moment to drink in just how far you have come. Rejoice because you are truly amazing. Don't forget to celebrate the liminal moments. The small moments, I don't know. As life is no easy task, make a toast to your blessings and the strength and courage that has guided you thus far. This card encourages you to celebrate the wins so that you may fully embody your magnificence. When we are able to experience gratitude, it allows us to be more open and receptive to abundance. We have also become more grounded, which allows us to receive new insights from a higher place of spiritual wisdom. When we learn to align with the sacred beauty of life, we can refine our focus and put our steps into perspective. As we witness the miracles around us, our path becomes filled with sweet synchronicities. Yo! What? As we witness the miracle around us, the path becomes filled with sweet synchronicities. Wow. Take a moment to give thanks somehow each day and bless yourself for all that you do. No act of inner devotion or gratitude is ever too small. Use this card as a sign that it is time to celebrate life and that you are always able to attract new wonder, delight, and joy. Pile number 3. Whoa, that was crazy. I've never read that before. I'm just like processing that in my own brain, that the synchronicity for that lined up so much. Okay. I kind of want to get where you're at in your life right now, pile number 3. I am getting that right away. As I do this isn't going to be for everyone. Yes, where should I start then? Oh, how they don't want to celebrate themselves? Okay. Alright, never mind, we're not doing that. Spirit's like, nope. Okay. So the first messages that are coming through pile number 3, I mean, what we just read, it seems like this is a time for you to, like a harvest season, like celebrating you and how far you've come. When I'm tapping into your energy, I'm getting like a sense that you might be really tired right now, that you really might not feel like you've gotten anywhere in life. That's really what I'm getting, is like, I almost feel like a walking zombie right now, so you might be dealing with like a lot of depression. None of this is a substitute, I have to say this, none of this is a substitute for like, you know, professional. So if you need to see a professional or you need medication, go do that. I'm getting that some of you really have already done that and you're like, oh man, like I've already done that. Yeah, I'm getting that you don't. 7 of Swords. There's this like sort of sense here that if you were to experience happiness or joy in some sense, it's almost like you're not experiencing reality. Like, and then 8 of Swords in reverse. That's really interesting. 7 to 8. So this is definitely a cycle that you're working through, pile number 3s. You're getting from 7 to 8. There's something here about order, because all these swords are very orderly. The things that I'm picking up on, your energy is kind of slow moving, pile number 3. It's much more slow moving. And I think that you might be slugging through your days sometimes, like, all right, I have to go do that, I have to go do that, I have to go do the dishes, like whatever. It's kind of the energy I'm picking up on. A little bit of frustration too with life underneath that. Not a lot, just some. I think that what I'm picking up on is like, it's almost like if you were to experience, like if you were to celebrate yourself, it's almost like you're not like sticking to your plan. You're not sticking to like what you need to do and like what helps you. There's something here about, you know, it's almost like there might be a belief here that like people who are happy or people who experience happiness are like, they don't really know what reality is like they haven't held the darkness, and like it's this idea that like, not narcissist, oh my god, like pessimists are realist, and that the negative perspective is usually the true one, and that like people who are like optimistic are like in la la land. Took me a while, but that's what I'm trying to say here. It's almost like that sort of idea. Yeah, I think you like think very clearly about things with this Queen of Swords. Lots of swords. Pile number 3. Lots of like air energy going on. Lots of logical thinking in this for sure. I'm not saying any of that's like good, bad, right, or wrong. Just naming it right now. 4 of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing that you like don't, or you feel like you shouldn't be going towards your passions. Like you shouldn't be going towards something. The Justice here. Can you remember this 4 of Wands in reverse? Yeah, something here about not following your passions. I think there's something that can offer more color into your life. There's this energy you're like, keep moving, keep going. The Death. Yeah. Spirit is kind of saying it might be time to let go of something. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Feels like if you hold on to this, it's going to hold you back. I don't know what this is yet. Yeah, Queen of Swords wanted to jump out again. Just feels just like very logical. Almost like matter of fact. It's like, yep, that's just how it is. There's something here about this new beginning with the Ace of Swords and 7 of Cups. This new information might be triggering some sort of emotions inside of you, but again with the 7, it's like you feel like it's an illusion. Like you feel like it's like not real. Pile number 3, what I'm picking up on right now is that there might have been some sort of experience, I'm just showing you the cards, there might be some sort of experience that you had where, you know, maybe there have been times in your life where you have felt happy about something or you were excited about something and then you were let down and you were like, yeah, I'm just not gonna be excited about it again. Whatever this is, Spirit is asking you to have a new perspective about this. I don't know how this is gonna relate to synchronicities yet. We'll see. For now, this is what they're telling me to do. Spirit is asking for a different perspective on this, and I feel like you're kind of going in the wrong way when you do that. It's almost like you feel like, you see how this person's doing a handstand? I feel like you feel like you're doing a handstand, but you have never done a handstand before. Again, with more sevens here, the 7 of Wands. There's so much like, I shouldn't be doing that. There's just like a belief that whatever it is, that this information that you got that triggered you, that elicited some sort of emotional response in you, you were like, that's fake. Like, I shouldn't be doing that. I almost feel like that was the synchronicity. Like, that was the sign. 3 of Cups. I feel like this would bring you community and fulfillment, whatever it is. I feel like it would bring you joy. That's really what's coming through with this card. And the 2 of Cups. So you might meet someone. It almost feels like marrying together. Like, whatever. What is this? What is this, Spirit? What are we going after? Hearing perspective. I'm seeing multiple people involved. What is this? What are they going after right now? They're like, they really want to tell me. These cards are like flying out. The Magician in reverse. What are they going after? What is this information that they received? This sign. Oh my god. Yes. Wait, actually, I think that's the 6 of Wands. I don't remember. And then 8 of Cups in reverse. The High Priestess. Yup. Okay. So, pile number 3. What we have here right off the bat is the 4 of Pentacles and the Strength. And what I really like about this Strength card, as you see, is this lion is almost being told to like shut up and sit down. And I feel like that's what you're telling yourself right now, is that you should be shutting up, sitting down, and doing the status quo. Keep going on your life. I'm almost getting that there has been multiple occurrences where like something has been brought into your life, or something has been telling you to go do an activity or engage in a community, do something. They're not telling me exactly what that is. How you'll know if this is for you, this whole message is for you, is that if there's something like some sort of information or some sort of like experience, person, I feel like it's different things for a lot of you, and that's why they're not telling me specifically. It's like if you've experienced something in your reality that has triggered you in some way where you're like, ooh, that could be exciting, or like maybe, but then you were like, no, like I shouldn't be doing that, I need to go on in my life, like I just need to ignore that, like that's not for me. That's what this is. There's something that happened here that manifested into your reality, and you were like, no. With the Magician in reverse, you're like, I need to get out of this. I feel like whatever it is kind of almost like lit a fire in your inside of you. I'm feeling your stomach be like, whoa. It's almost like you were too open for this. Like whenever, if you're watching pile number 3, can you please tell me what this is? I really want to know like what this is for you, pile number 3, because I'm so curious. Whatever this is, it almost opened you up too much. It made you feel as if you were literally too open, and you were like, nope, I need to go back to my limiting beliefs. I just need to like go back to my life. I need to go back to exactly what I was doing. Goodbye. It seems like you're not at this moment in time willing to make the journey to go for this with the 8 of Cups in reverse. The 8 of Cups upright would be about you kind of going on a self journey to figure out what you want, and I feel like you're just like running in the other direction. I'm not saying any of this is good, bad, right, or wrong, pile number 3. And the 3 of Cups came out again. Yeah. With the High Priestess in reverse, or the High Priestess upright, I am getting that your intuition is telling you to do this. Whatever the signs have been pointing you towards, I literally feel like it's been very direct, pile number 3. I'm feeling like it's been like, okay, so this is an example coming through, and this might not be your pile, or this might not be your pile. This might not be your experience or the thing that you're going after, but this is what's coming through. They're telling me to share this experience. So there's a limiting belief around queerness and like doing makeup like this and like being trans, and you know, a lot of people, you know, when they felt like they were gay or they were trans, non-binary, whatever, they would like shove it down. They were like, nope, I'm cis, I'm straight, I'm not gonna do that because being trans is X, Y, and Z, it's weird, it's gross, not supposed to do that. Oh my god, it's like raining outside if you hear that. Like really bad. You know, I can't be gay because my church says that sex before marriage is not what I'm supposed to be doing, and that homosexuality is a sin and I'm gonna die in hell. Like, it's almost like that kind of thinking, pile number 3s. It's a little, it's a specific example that's pretty broad, but I feel like it kind of gets the point across where, like, you're saying you can't do something because of a belief that you have. You're saying that you shouldn't be doing something because it won't be okay for you. So, like, if it's queerness, like being queer, then you're seeing a lot of queer people like show up in your life, or you're seeing a drag queen, you're like, whoa, look at that. Then you're like, nope, I can't do that. And then you walk down like to the next street over, and then you see a whole group of like queer people and like rainbows everywhere, and you're like, what is happening right now? Like, why do these queers just keep coming up in my reality? And that's why, is because it's like they're trying to pull you towards that. Spirit is like, yo, like, whatever, not queerness, I'm not trying to indoctrinate you, you know, as, you know, the conservative thing to say we're doing. There's no agenda here. It's like spirit is trying to pull you towards something. It's trying to say, this is where you need to go. Whatever this is for you, and please tell me in the comments what it is. It's like pulling you closer. It's like, yes, do this activity, do this way of thinking, this way of being, whatever it is. Do it, and it's gonna keep coming up into your reality because spirit wants you to kind of go down that path. That's the sign. Your intuition is telling you to go for that because it makes you feel more authentic. It makes you feel more open in life. That whatever your limiting beliefs surrounding this are, I almost feel very closed. I almost feel like about it. I feel like it's heavy. It's heavy, and I don't know if you're used to the lightness of whatever this offers. And spirit's saying, like, you know, you might go flip-flop, you know, you might try to go back to your old paradigm and go into the new one, and that's just like really normal whenever you like switch realities, you know. That's how it kind of goes for everyone. Okay, yeah, you're resisting this right now, pile number 3s. This basically just turned into like an advice reading. Okay, so we also started with that. So how does that relate in what we read in the book? Ten of Cups. Perhaps this is how you feel like, oh my gosh. So what we have here is the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords, and I almost feel like you celebrating yourself is you really feeling like there's some sort of like wrongness to it. Like you're going in the wrong direction. Like it makes you feel as if you are the worst person literally ever. Whatever the signs that are showing up in your reality, pile number 3, it's an offering to choose your authentic self, an offering of joy to celebrate yourself and your achievements. I feel like you've done a lot in your life so far, and you don't necessarily give yourself credit for it. Like, you might have literally like built a whole business. You're like, yeah, I'm not Elon Musk though, like I don't care. Or like, you know, you might have like done something really hard that not a lot of people can do. Like maybe you, I don't know, this is a very random example, you were first in the Boston Marathon and you're like, yeah, I trained for like 10 years to do that, but like, you know, there are runners who are better. It's like, it's almost like that kind of energy here. I don't feel like you necessarily give yourself credit for the things that you do in your life. And whatever these signs are, it's one, just like an offering to be your more authentic self, and 2, to like feel better about yourself and your achievements. And there's something here about you like literally feeling better about yourself or feeling better about life, experiencing some greatness that is like, no, whatever it is, there's just a limiting belief there. So the Source is your oracle from the Ocean Dreams, and it came out in reverse. So Source is really giving you a message here. Source as in, I'm getting like higher power, so the universe, and I'm hearing God is telling you to go towards something. And here we see it's like an offering. Spirit is offering you something, and this offering is going to emotionally fulfill you. It's going to put a rainbow into your life. I feel like you're going to feel and experience things that you've never felt and experienced before. Atlantean dream, a part of you wants this, pile number 3. It's like really, really bad. Like your soul wants this. Like you're dreaming about it. And these are like portals is what I'm seeing. And you're almost like going from, like, if you see here, there's like a really stark line here. And I'm almost feeling like the more you kind of go through these hurdles and these portals, like I'm getting that these are portals. And the more that you kind of go through them, the more you're going to be able to align with your higher self, align with your intuition. And again, with this ocean, I mean, this is the ocean oracles, but like, again, with the ocean here, I feel like it's going to be very emotionally fulfilling for you. Dream gate. Oh my gosh. Dream. You're dreaming about this. You're dreaming, or you're daydreaming, or like, you know, you might have even caught yourself like daydreaming about being in this situation, experiencing this thing, this way of life. And you're like, nope, can't do it. It's just gonna be in my dreams. Again with this, oh my gosh, look here. If you see, if it'll focus again, there's like this portal to go towards your intuition. This is you, and you are being invited to go through this portal to what your intuition is telling you. Wow, that is really powerful. Wow, nectar of life, another portal. This is a portal into another life, a portal into another way of being. Again, it's gonna be emotionally fulfilling with this ocean here. It's just like so synchronistic, pile number 3s. If I'm being real here, like it's kind of crazy. And I feel like in the way, again, that I'm kind of feeling like from the book is like when you feel like you're experiencing joy, that is actually the right path for you. When you feel like you are appreciating yourself, I almost want to read the sentence again. As we witness the miracles around us, our path becomes filled with sweet synchronicities. So the more that you align with the things that make you feel good, the miracles of life, the more you kind of like challenge those negative thoughts in your brain and be like, oh wow, like, yeah, I think it could actually be kind of great to like do this thing, to be queer, to like experience, you know, this fulfillment and like creativity and like gender euphoria and like have amazing sex. Like, that's the kind of thing. It's almost like flipping the narrative here of like, instead of thinking about all the negative things here, like what are the good things about this? Like what are the good things that come out of like whatever you're experiencing, whatever spirit's telling you to jump through the portal to go to? I feel like then the universe is going to give you sign after sign after sign again that you are on the right path and that you are doing the right thing. Okay, so I want to get some closing messages for you, pile number 3, and we're going to go to the Rose Oracle for this. So the first thing that's already coming out is healing the mother line. So I do really feel like your family and your ancestors have gone through this before. This hindering energy, this stifling energy. One of your parents might have really followed a very similar path, or someone in your ancestral line. This feels like an ancestral karmic pattern that you are trying to break. So this is the bud. So this again is a new beginning that I feel like for this, it's also like fire energy coming through. So I feel like whatever this is, you could feel very passionate about. It really just like makes you feel like fire. Like it feels open. It feels great, pile number 3s. It's a new beginning though. It's a bud. We're planting it. It's potential promise. It's about to happen, and keep going. Spirit is telling you the go ahead to go with this. Everyone in your 3D reality might tell you don't do that. That's wrong. You're gonna go to hell if you're queer. Again, it might not be queerness. It's just the example that we're going with. Everyone in your reality might tell you you shouldn't do that because X, Y, and Z. 1, 2, and 3. But you, pile number 3, are like, I need to go for it. And that's because you are breaking. You're challenging like everyone when you do this. I feel like you're mostly challenging yourself. But if there are people in your reality that are like, don't do that, you're challenging them too. I mean, like, yeah, but like the good things, X, Y, and Z. The thorn, protection, boundaries, and communication. So yeah, exactly what I was saying. You might have to like literally cut off relationships. You might have to put up a lot of boundaries with this and say, you're not gonna talk to me like that. If you wanna be in my life, you're gonna accept me the way that I am. Ooh, it's almost like putting that energy of like when you were like, you need to do this. Pile number, like you talking to yourself, like, I need to do this and I need to do that because of this. It's like you're almost doing that to other people now. You're like, no, I am who I am, and you're gonna accept me or you're out. And the people who fall away are the people who are not meant for you. And I also feel like there are people that stay, especially if they're in your family, or people who feel like family to you. Like, I feel like people who are connected to you on a soul level will stay with you, pile number 3s. I feel like Spirit is gonna protect you as much as they can. I feel like, again, like clearly communicating and protecting yourself as much as you can is a must here. Are there any other closing messages for pile number 3? The rose thread. Oh my gosh, pile number 3. This is literally, I'm gonna cry. Inner call, soul led, the mystic, and living courageously. It is the most courageous thing in this reality to live as our authentic selves. There are so many limiting beliefs, there are so many cultural beliefs and society, institutions telling us that we should not be who the fuck we are. And it's so courageous of you that you are like having this inner call. This is like, I almost like this is your destiny, pile number 3. I'm not trying to like make this overtly like this is a bigger deal than it is. This feels like really important. This is your life. This is like what your soul is doing. You know, you're being called to like go through the thread of joy, to follow and keep going with the things that make you feel good. This is just step number 1. Imagine when you go to that and you're like, oh, there's this about life, and there's this about life, and there's this. It's like a whole new world. And I just feel like I'm getting so emotional because it really feels life-changing, pile number 3s. This feels like for you, if you answer this call, it feels like you're gonna go on a journey that you're gonna have the experience that you've been called to have in this lifetime. That you've been like, I want to experience, like your soul, not like maybe you in the 3D yet. I feel like your soul has wanted to experience something and you're gonna go towards that. Wow. Whoa. So many new beginnings with the rose thread here. Activation in your heart as well. Some more water happening. Whew, okay. One more. I'm getting one more. What is the message for pile number 3? Closing message. We can get 2, apparently. The Rose of Venus and the Grandmothers. Okay. Remember your roots, perspective, and trust the weaving. So your ancestors are really telling you in source itself that trust that this is meant to be. Trust that this is divine. You were chosen to do this because your ancestors knew that you were going to have the ability to do so, that you were going to be able to challenge the outside and bring the messages that you're getting about your life into your reality and create something new, literally changing the vibration of the universe itself. And when I say that, it almost makes it seem like your thing is more important than everyone else's. That's kind of like what we're doing here on Earth right now, is like we're trying to raise the vibration of Earth. And that's why so many things are changing and so many things are happening, is because we're incarnating and being called to challenge the status quo, what this reality tells us to do. And so it's not just you making that decision, it's many different people on this earth making that same exact decision as you, and then together we raise the vibration. So yours does matter because yours contributes to this collective. What we're doing is raising the vibration. So Katie didn't understand any of that. I'm getting that some people would be like, what the heck is she talking about? If you look into more about New Age and like spirituality, like all that kind of stuff, a lot of us are talking about this. It's like the raising vibration on Earth, and becoming, you know, more elevated in that sense. So look it up if you want. And the Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. This is, whoa, this is the exact right time for you to experience this power number 3. It's the exact right time for you to go on this journey of activating your heart and growing this rose that you're seeing here into your external reality and creating something different. I'm really feeling like, you know, again, going with this queer example, like queerness, like being gay used to be illegal, like very, very not long ago. Like, you know, I can't remember the like dates exactly, like 1970s, 60s. Like there's still some states with sodomy laws that like you can't have gay sex. You cannot have it in the instead of the other hole. Like people are trying to ban trans people. Like there are just our reality can feel very limiting, and there's a lot of messages that try to limit us, a lot of laws, a lot of I feel like you're kind of a concrete person, pile number 3. There's a lot of concrete things that tell you no. And what you're being called to do is look at this more from a spiritual perspective. It's very clear what's happening in your reality is coming in and it's like, whew, and you're like, no. Like you push it, you're like, ugh. And like, that's why it can be so, like, you know, courageous to be who we are, because reality is telling us not to do it. I have so many things that people told me when I came out as trans. I can't even tell you. Every single day I get them. And that's why it's so fucking courageous to live exactly the way that you are, because that really lights up us and it helps other people to be their more authentic selves. So, okay, I'm being called to end it there. Pile number 3, I really hope that was helpful. I'm really, really glad that you spend time with me in my little corner of the internet, so thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Feel free to like this video, subscribe, get a personal reading with me if you want by going in the description box, finding my email, and shooting me an email. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, pile number 3, as I'm sending you so much love and light, and I love you. Mwah.